Joining us right now, Bret Baier, special report, Fox News, and, well, my hero. I didn't want you to know that, but indeed you are, sir.
Good morning.
Hey, it's great to have you. Hey, let me ask you this. Romney train continuing to roll, won all three yesterday. Republicans seem to be coalescing around Romney. So let me ask you, does he hit the reset button, shake the Etch-a-Sketch a little bit, and begin finding that Romney personality that's going to be running against Obama?
I think they've got to get through this primary season officially, and what that looks like it's going to have to take, at least according to last night, was a win in Pennsylvania. He's clearly locked this up when it comes to the minds of most of the Republican Party. You're starting to see in the exit polls that he's reaching 50% in Tea Party support. He's reaching 40% in evangelical support. I mean, these are numbers that are not even close to where he was in previous states. And this is in Wisconsin, where Santorum was expected to do well. So I think the campaign is focused on trying to get the whole thing wrapped up. And as you'll see, all of the speeches are pointed toward one person, and that's President Obama.
That's right. And, Brett, I think the idea that primary season goes through Pennsylvania is probably a bit insulting for Texans, because we would love to have a voice. But is that going to be it for Rick Santorum if he can't pull it off?
I think so. And you know, there are many analysts out there who think that there will be increasing pressure over the next 3 weeks for him to get out before Pennsylvania, to say, listen, you outperformed anything that anyone could have imagined in this race. For the good of the party and the good of your career, it's time to get out. I think you're going to hear or see some of that pressure coming pretty hot and heavy. I doubt you're going to make it to Texas to have a contested race in the GOP.
Say it isn't so. What about Gingrich? Is Gingrich going to make it to Pennsylvania?
Doubtful. You just look at the math on his the money, and he's running a debt of about $3 million right now, right. And there's not a sense that the money's coming in. His benefactor before, Sheldon Adelson, has decided that that's dry. The checkbook's closed, and I think it comes down to a business prospect.
Yeah, I agree. Bret Baier, hang on just 1 second. When we come back, I want to talk about the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals and the homework that the president has to do by Thursday. Your thoughts on that coming up. All right, Bret, Fifth Circuit Federal Appeals Court would like to know what the president meant when he was talking about the Supreme Court taking extraordinary, unprecedented steps in overturning Obamacare. They want 3 pages, single space by Thursday from the DOJ. What does all that mean?
Well, I think it was a statement by this judge in the Fifth Circuit, Judge Smith, who was really upset and said that a lot of his colleagues and a lot of people on the bench were shocked by what the president said in the Rose Garden on Monday. And he said, just as you said, about the health care law and what it would mean if the Supreme Court overturned it. What the president said in the Rose Garden was kind of a broad statement that had every legal expert scratching their head, and a number of liberal columnists writing columns saying, doesn't he know about Marbury versus Madison in 1803 and judicial review and
I mean, you would think as a constitutional professor, constitutional law, the guy would know, certainly, right?
Yesterday, at a speech, he attempted to put caveats on his original statement, and saying an economic case under the Commerce Clause back in since the 1930s, and it's clear that the White House realizes that the initial Rose Garden statement was a bit over his skis, if you would. I think the judge is making a point. The interesting thing is that the DOJ will have to comply with this order and get it in by Thursday. I mean, the homework's got to be in.
Bret, thank you so much. Bret Baier, Fox News special report anchor. Always good to have you on with us, sir.